Jocelyn Jolson has been working out at Sanford Power in Bismarck for a couple years now, and if it weren't for the tiny scars on her right knee, you wouldn't be able to tell that the reason this star basketball and volleyball athlete started coming here in the first place was for rehab after a torn ACL.
Going into the summer of my sophomore year, we were at an NDSU team basketball camp, and I went up for a rebound and jumped up, came down, got the ball, and then I fell to the floor just instantly.
Jolson would be out the rest of her sophomore year, including the entire volleyball season, but her work was just beginning.
She had quite a bit of atrophy, so she had a long road ahead when she came in day one. So right away off the bat, we worked a lot on mobility. We want to get it 100% compared to her other side.
With Jocelyn, she is 110% all the time. She would come in ready to go. She'd come early and do some of her own exercises beforehand, and we'd hit it hard right away, and she did a great job.
Jolson worked her way through the Sanford Power Return to Performance program, which helps athletes get back to their sports after an injury. For her torn ACL, Jolson was looking at 9 months of rehab before she could get back on the court. The first 4 to 5 months would be spent building up strength and mobility, followed by more intense training to get back to her sport. As she ramped up, it was incredibly important that she not re-injure her knee in the process.
We started a workload progression program.
Usually in rehab you get really sore when you're doing too much too fast, but we build them back up, and that little bit of soreness, that's okay. We gotta train that part and get them used to it again.
Jolson was able to return to sports during her junior year at Century High School in Bismarck, but she continued to train at Sanford Power. And to her, getting better physically was just half of the equation.
I was lucky enough to work with Brandon Dirk. He was huge on worrying about how I was doing emotionally. I feel like sometimes that is neglected, and they're just working on how you're progressing physically. And Brandon Dirk, he was there for me mentally too.
During her junior year, Jolson's team lost in the state championship game in volleyball, and the end of her junior basketball season was wiped out by COVID. So Jolson entered her senior season hoping for success. What she got was an undefeated volleyball season capped by a state championship, followed by, incredibly, an undefeated basketball season as well, capped by yet another state title.
You never want to wish an injury upon somebody, but I honestly am thankful for what I have gone through, because I feel like I'm the person I am today because of it.
This fall, Jocelyn Jolson is headed to Grand Forks. Almost 3 years after suffering a torn ACL, she is now set to become a Division I volleyball player at the University of North Dakota.
I didn't think I was going to be a D1 athlete. I didn't even expect to be playing in college because, after going through an injury like that, you think your whole world is gone. And to come back even better than before is really huge. I feel like people here at Sanford go above and beyond what they're asked, and it makes the experience 100 times better. They keep pushing you, and they keep motivating you both physically and mentally, and when it all comes together at the end of the day, it's like, wow, yeah, I just did that.
With dedication and determination, Jocelyn Jolson trained hard to overcome her injury and become a champion. Now she's off to achieve even more. In Bismarck, Jason Anschutz, Sanford Health News.